Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm making a video. We've been trying to ask the city of Boston to put a stop sign at, which is Perrin Street and Moreland Street. And we also been trying to ask them to make Perrin Street a one-way street going to Moreland Street. And the reason why is this intersection gets blocked up a lot of the times. Right now it's not backed up, but as you can see, they did put a sign that says do not block intersection right there. It says do not block intersection, and that doesn't stop them from blocking the intersection. So there's actually another sign on the other side that says the same thing. That's good, but if they're not stopping right here and the cars that try to come out of Perrin onto Moreland come out, potentially they get hit, or they will get hit. The other issue that we have is Perrin is a very narrow street which has a large amount of traffic that passes through. These streets right here, I would say a good 80 to 90% of the people who pass through here do not live on these streets, nor do they work on these streets. They just pass through. So Perrin, if you can look at it, that's supposed to be a two-way street. It says two-way street, right? The sign says two-way traffic right there. It says keep right. However, just looking at this, I don't think you can keep right. If you keep right, guess what? There's a car on your right-hand side. So, if you keep right, and there's a car coming down there, and that's a good length of the street too. It's not just a few cars. That's the whole length. The city needs to fix that. It's like that look like it could be a hazard right there. Matter of fact, that is a hazard. Looks like that's probably a gas line, if you ask me. Probably a gas shut off. I can't really tell by looking at it. So I get a better look. Yeah, it's gas. Definitely gas. Okay, so that's a gas shut off that looked like it popped out of the fitting there. I might try to call National Grid and see if they'll come out and fix that. Probably still be there tomorrow, but we'll see. Now on the other side here, you guys probably haven't seen this one, but on the other side, take a look at this right here. Speed limit, 25 miles an hour. Now half these cars go over 25 miles an hour. Look at this. See, that's the prime example we're talking about. Cars are trying to go up there, and they can't go up there because there's cars coming out of there. So this happens all the time. So he's got to wait until cars come out of there before him to go up there. Now I don't know why he's waiting right there now, because he has a way to go up there. So who knows? Or maybe she's waiting to pick somebody up. Who knows? But back to what I was looking at. I was looking at the speed, 25 miles an hour in the city right here. Let's see how many people go over 25 miles an hour. So it actually tells you your speed. So if you're going faster than 25, it will pretty much register on there. Let's see. Back up a little bit further so I can get the whole view of this. Let's see. So what we were asking for them to do is put a stop sign, maybe right in this pole right here, where it says speed limit 25 miles an hour. So putting a stop sign either here on this side and one on the other side over there. So if they can do that, that'd be fine. Now I heard, I'm not saying this is what was said, I heard this, that somebody in the city says they don't put down or put up three-way stop signs. So we have to figure that out if that's true or not. So far, everybody's within the speed limit, so that's pretty good. Not bad. Usually, you don't see that too often. Usually, you see people flying down the street. Like, there's also a playground further down. Like, when you go further down that way, there's a playground it's further down there. It's not quite, but it's down there. So everybody's doing pretty good with the speed limit. They're actually doing real good. Usually that's not the case. Let's see. Actually, while I'm here recording, I can put that call in for National Grid. See if they send somebody out. See how long it takes them to respond for that.
You can say billing summary, make a payment, start stop services, service orders, or say past due for past due bills and credit related matters. Okay, I'll give you to a representative. First, briefly tell me the reason for your call today. Are you calling for past due account? What was that? Again, are you calling about past due accounts or credit-related matters? Say yes or no.
No.
Is your call today about starting or stopping your service?
Customer service.
One moment.
Okay, let's see.
The number you're calling from is not associated with an account. Say or enter the 10-digit account number you're calling about. You can enter a 10-digit account number at the top of any National Grid bill. Say or enter it now without the You can also say, I don't have it. Again, including any dashes. What's the 10-digit account number?
Customer service.
I'll transfer you to a representative for assistance. This call may be monitored or recorded for quality and training purposes. Please stay on the line to answer a short survey at the end of your call. This is Liz. Can I help you?
Yes, I want to report one of those shut-off caps, like that's in the middle of the street. It's like kind of flipped up. It's not in a secure area.
What's the address, please?
That's at the intersection of Perrin and Moreland Street.
Intersection of what again?
Perrin Street and Moreland Street. That's in
Moreland Street and Perrin Street?
That's correct.
In what city?
That's in Roxbury.
Cover shutoff is missing?
Well, the cap is there, but it's kind of, it's like, it's not flat. It's in at an angle. I don't know if it's like two.
Moreland Street and Perrin Street. P-E-R-R-I-A-R-E-N.
Right. Yeah.
P-E-R-R-I-N.
I think it's E-N. I think it's I'm not sure. I think it's E-N. I'm not 100% sure though.
But it's in Moreland Street. What's in front of Moreland Street? What's in front of the shuttle bus that's missing or that's in an angle?
Well, it's not missing, but it's in the hole the wrong way. It's like, instead of laying flat, it's laying like horizontal. Or vertical, I should say. Vertical.
Right. And what's in front of Moreland Street that's close to that,
Oh, the closest street will be Blue Hill. So if you come off of Blue Hill, it's the very next intersection.
section? Any more landmarks? Hello?
Say it again?
Any more landmarks?
That is it. Well, if you see, if you see a sign that says speed limit 25.
Thank you for agreeing to take this brief survey about your experience with us
I
today.
don't know what happened with that.
Feedback will be used to maintain the high level of service that you
I don't know if she
expect.
hung up
Was today's
or.
call your first contact with National Grid on your issue? 1 yes, 2 no.
I don't know what happened there. She must have hung up, or that's weird. I don't know what happened
Was
there.
today's call your first contact with National Grid on your
Let me hang this up then, because obviously I'm just gonna be talking to a machine. But now this is where it starts getting busy, so then you guys will get to see how it really. See, the sign says do not block the intersection, so that Jeep is just about past that sign, so he's almost blocking the intersection. Not quite yet. He's very close to doing it. Sometimes you gotta catch it on the right day though too, because it doesn't get jam-packed all the time. It's sometimes, so everybody's looking at me like they never saw a guy with a camera before, but that's okay. Maybe that's why they're not speeding, because like when it's 23, 24, 25, just went to 26, so he's a little bit 1 mile per hour over. It's not too bad, but some of them get up to 30 and 40, so we got to catch one going 30 and 40 up here. That'd be a nice one. I'm always working so much, so I don't get a chance to do a lot of videos, so I try to squeeze it in my spare time. National Grid has a pretty good response time. I know if you have a gas leak or odor of gas, they come out within an hour, which is very, very good. There's numerous times where I called National Grid and they came out within an hour, or sometimes even less than an hour. So if you're smelling gas, or you think you have carbon monoxide in your house and you are a customer, call National Grid. They will come out free of charge and they will check your appliances and they will tell you exactly where it's coming from and satisfy your most needs. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a stop sign on this, at least on this pole right here. Another stop sign on that pole over there. And if possible, turn Perrin into a one-way street coming out to Moreland. So you won't be able to go up this street, just be able to come out. Since the majority of the cars come out of the street and very few need to go in there. You don't really have to go in there unless you live on that street. And if that is the case, you always could go around to the next street over, which I think that is, I think that's Alaska Street, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Next street over and come up that way. Or if you're going straight down the Waverly Street, you only can make a left anyway. So either way, it's like, you know, it's such a small block, it's not going to hurt you to go around. What I'll do is sometime this afternoon, later on this afternoon, I will call and try to do a follow-up on the stop sign here and see what's the process and see how far they're coming along with it. I know it's been a few months, maybe longer, that they've been asking for it. You always want to check and see where you're at, like how many people are ahead of you, like what's the proper procedure to do certain things. Like, I don't know what's the procedure. If you see it's a hazard, you should put a stop sign up. You shouldn't have to tell someone to put it up. They should automatically know to put it up. Yeah, actually, these cars are actually doing pretty good. They're not speeding today, which is real good. I'm actually surprised. I'm very impressed. There's no speeds. The fastest one was 26 miles an hour, which is not bad at all. But usually they're doing like 35, 40, no question. You know, and it could be that I'm standing here and they see me with a camera facing at them, and that could be the reason too. I don't know. It could be just curious to see what I'm doing, so it's a possibility. But who knows? Maybe if I hit it around the corner, they'll probably speed a little faster. But we'll see. I just want to get as much footage as I can before I head out of here. Like, there's always something going on. There's 19. The other thing I noticed with this area, there's no crosswalk. Like, I don't know if it requires a crosswalk on that street there, but if I was told, I could be wrong, because every time you hear something, doesn't necessarily mean it's true. I was told if you have a stop sign, you should have a stop bar. So if there's a stop sign, there should be a stop bar somewhere in that road right there. And if there's a stop bar, then there should be a crosswalk. But that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a crosswalk, but it should be a stop bar. This is not as busy as it normally is. Maybe I gotta come at a different time when people are getting off of work. Once everybody starts getting off of work, it gets real busy. This guy just had kind of hesitated a little bit there, which is okay. You're entitled to change your mind. As you can see, this street gets used pretty well. And most of the time when they're using the street, they're cutting from Blue Hill to Warren, or Warren to Blue Hill. So it's one or the other. So between this street, which is Moreland Street, and the other street, which is Waverly Street, these two streets are used as a heavily cut through. And that's what it is. It's just mostly it's a cut through. Very few people live on the street itself. Matter of fact, if you were to do like a survey, you'll probably find like one out of every 30, 40 cars is one person that probably lives on the street out of every 40 cars that pass through. That's what I would say. It could be even higher than that. So these people are just picking up a speed a little bit, not too much, but I'm gonna switch to a different angle in a second. I was trying to just compare the speed with this this board here, because this is the only angle you can actually see that board where the cars are coming through. The other side doesn't have a board, because this is the side going towards the playground area. If you had it on the other side, you'll see that this car here is going pretty fast. Okay, after these cars go through there, let me see if I can switch to the other side. Just get a different angle. Let's see. Yep, almost. See, that's the accident waiting to happen. The way these cars zip around that corner and go up in there, and like, it's all it takes is just one. You know what I mean? You don't need a whole lot. That's why I say this street is very narrow to make it a two-way street. There's no way there should be a two-way street right there. There's no possible way you should have that a two-way street. This guy's gonna sit there for a minute, just figuring out what he's gonna do. Okay, now he cross over since there's no cars coming. It's safe to cross. Alright, so it's not that many cars coming through here. Maybe I gotta come back on a different time. But to give you an idea how the street is set up, when you go down that whole stretch, there's like cars on both sides of the street. So it's almost like sometimes there's no way for you to pull over. And what happens is either one or both cars have to back up to figure out like how they're gonna get out of there. So yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get up out of here, guys. Until next time. Well, this is the one stop sign there. That drain probably needs to be cleaned out. If you have a good rainstorm, that probably would be
Bravo 101, we are with the male. Can you send the EMS right now?
Alright guys, until next time.